Hi guys, Natasha Danielle here. Welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Please remember to hit the subscribe button down below and click the like button if you like this content and you want me to do more. And we'll get started. So today we're making lasagna. If you guys saw the previous video, or if you didn't see the previous video, I'll have it linked up above somewhere. The previous video had it's a short video, so it won't take you long to look. It has a list of ingredients. It tells you what we're cooking. I also have the link. I also have another video where I showed you guys how to make the watermelon salad that was quick and easy. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I forgot to put the cheese on that salad. That's because I was so excited. It was so delicious. But I did put cheese on it later. So that's that. So let's get started here. So I already have my stuff prepped for the lasagna. So I have, what is this? Zucchini. Zucchini that I sliced with my mandolin. If you don't have a mandolin, you can use a knife. It's fine. I just like to slice them the long way. I already sliced up some fresh spinach. If you want to use frozen, you can. You just want to make sure that you drain it so it's not so wet, and it'll make everything else kind of wet if you use it. So if you use frozen, feel free. Just make sure that it's nice and dried out, or you dry it out with towels before you put it in your lasagna. I have some tomatoes. So these are chopped tomatoes. These are Roma tomatoes, so they're a little smaller. You can use whatever tomato you want. I have my mushrooms, of course, and I just sliced them coarsely. And then I didn't really measure for any of these things. It's kind of going to be like it's like one of those recipes like before where you kind of add stuff at your leisure. I have a cup of cheese, a vegan cheese, and I mixed it with my Parmesan. But let me show you guys what I used. I used this plant-based Parmesan. I've never used this one before, but vegan Parmesan is usually really good. So I used this. Oh, and then give me a second. I'll tell you what cheese I used as well. I like this company called Parmella Creamery, and I use their aged nut cheese, and this is their mozzarella, and it's made with cashew milk. So this one gets really creamy. It has a really good cheesy flavor because they aged it. So just in case you guys want to use the same brands that I use, but you don't have to. Any vegan cheese will do, as long as you like it and it melts pretty well. So I know that one melts pretty well. So those are all my ingredients. I also have my seasoning. So I'm going to use some parsley, oregano, and garlic powder. I have my pasta sauce here, which I did not put in a separate jar. I think it's too much light that you guys probably can't see what I'm using, but I'm just using the store brand of, it's an organic pasta sauce, and it's just tomato and basil is all it is. And of course, I have my pasta shells, which are the green lentil organic lasagna shells. So also, I wanted to talk about these. Like, if you're having trouble finding these in the store or where you're at, you can sub a different type of pasta shell. They have chickpea pasta shells. They have brown rice. You can there's some alternatives that you should be able to find. If you still can't find any alternatives, you can get this online at Amazon. Amazon sells everything. Or you can go to the Thrive Market. I don't know if you guys are aware, Thrive Market is a marketplace that's geared towards alternative eating, like styles or things that you need, that people, if you have a specific diet, so like if you're gluten-free or something, it's just a good way that they have everything in their marketplace. And I'll make sure that I remember to put that in the description box if you're wanting to check out Thrive Market and take a look at what they have to offer and look at their pricing structure. Okay, so we're going to get started here. So I have my pan, and I'm not going to make a very big one. I never really do. I usually use this square pan here. And it's about, I don't know, it's a 2x4 liter, looks like, if I'm reading this right. It's just a regular little glassware pan. You can make as much or as little as you need to. Like if you want to make a bigger pan, feel free, go right ahead. So I'm going to move some stuff around, and then we'll just go through the process here of making everything nice and good within the pan. So what I like to do is I like to start with putting a little bit of sauce at the bottom of the pan. So that'll be like my bottom part, especially since these are, which I don't think I mentioned, these are no bake or no boil, I should say, no boil noodles, and they're already like sheeted for you, so it saves you time, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I gotta boil my noodles before I put them in the oven, and you don't. So I just start with that as my basis, just a little bit of sauce on the bottom. I am going to start up my oven, and I'm going to put it on 375. And then this shouldn't bake, it shouldn't take that long to bake, but I'm just going to preheat my oven so that it's ready as I'm putting my layers together here. And then once everything, since it's a vegan and you don't have a lot of meat in here, it shouldn't take more than 20-25 minutes to cook. So then I'm going to start topping. So I usually will just top at my leisure. So I'm going to put some spinach here. And then also, if you like ricotta cheese in your lasagna, which normally I do it sometimes, most of the time I don't. But if you do want ricotta, which is more like the traditional lasagna, there is vegan ricotta cheese that you can buy in the store. So it's just made with almond. I think it's made with almond milk or cashew milk that you can use, and then you can put your things together here. So I am just going to do all my toppings, and then since I sliced my zucchini nice and long ways, I'm just going to pile that on top. So that's all of my ingredients. Then I'm going to season in between. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put some sauce on top of I usually like to put sauce on top of the noodle shells too. So when you guys do that, just make sure you put sauce at the bottom and then on top of your noodle layer. So I like to season each layer is what I'm going to do. And so you'll see my next layer will be a little different because I kind of messed up. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put my, just go ahead and throw in some tomatoes as well. Yeah, see, I would have put, this is just backwards, but it's fine. It's still, you can't really mess anything up, even if you forget like me, and I'm super forgetful. So let's just top it. And then I am going to do some sauce here. And then when you're saucing it, you just want to make sure that you cover the corners just so that when it's cooking, everything, all the noodle shells are getting covered, and then you're going to come out with a nice cooked noodle shell, because the worst thing is for you to cook it and then your shells are hard. So that's the whole point. And then don't be afraid if your sauce is hanging out the sides or your cheese is hanging out the side. It's not that big of a deal. Then I'm going to go in with my cheese, which is the best part. I'm going to, and the cheese that I'm using has a nice flavor to it. So it's almost guaranteed that we'll have a good flavor here. And I think I'm going to do 3 layers. That's usually what I do, is a nice 3 layers. And then since I am going to do the same thing over again, I'm probably just going to speed this part up if I'm able to, because think I know how to do that right now. But we'll do, so let's do our second layer. So we have our second layer all good to go. And then I'm gonna do the second layer the right way. So the way that I would normally do it is I would put the sauce on first, make sure my edge of my noodles are nice and covered, right? All right, good deal. And then I'm gonna take my tomatoes, scoop those on. Good deal. Then I'm going to do my spinach. Good, nice covering of spinach. I think I'm just going to use all of that since this is it's pretty much my layer. I'm going to put on the mushrooms. And as you can see, it's forming pretty well. It's like I feel like it's like a pizza with layers, if you think about it. Okay, so there's my mushrooms. I think I'm going to use all of that too, just because I'm on the second layer. And my top layer, you'll see what I do. I'm not going to put too much on it. And then I'm going to put on more zucchini. So I have my nice zucchini leaves. I am going to season again. Make sure it's nice and seasoned. I don't have a top on my Parmesan, well, it's parsley. So I just sprinkle it out with my hands. And then lots of oregano. All right, and then we get another cheese. We put cheese on top of that. So as you can see, it's already seeming like really, really high. And then I'm going to use my last, this is the top, so I'm going to stop here. So actually I got like 2 layers, like 2 full layers. And then my top layer is just going to be a little bit of sauce and cheese, just to make it pretty. So sauce, and then this part is going to be very important that you cover, since it's not going to have as much stuff on top of it, to make sure that your noodles are nice and wet with sauce. All right, so there's that. I am going to season this layer. And then this layer, I'm pretty much going to put the rest of the cheese on top. Just whatever I have here, just scoop it on top here. And then I have a secret ingredient. I'll be right back. I have some extra Parmesan. So this is a thicker Parmesan that I usually like to, the one that I used in the prior video. I don't have a lot of it left to put on to top on my salad. This one is really good. So I'm going to use this one just kind of to go along with the other, because the other parm that I had was video cut off. But I'm going to pop this in the oven. It looks really good, right? And then I'll be back and show you the finished product. All right, smooches. Okay guys, I'm back and the lasagna's done. It's been about 25 minutes and I put the oven on 400. So you guys want to do your oven to 400. So there's my finished product. am going to top it with some store-bought basil, some dried basil. Just because if I had regular, like, if my basil plant was bigger, basically, I would put fresh basil on top, but whatever. So let's plate it and see what's going on here. So I already cut it. It's super delicious looking already. Let me see if I can get it out of here. Ooh. All right, and it's all plated for you guys. Let me show you here. So we're all done here. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you were able to prepare it. You don't have to prepare it today. You can do it later. Just let me know how yours turned out, if you ran into any issues or anything. And just make sure you comment and post some pics in the comment section for me, guys. Are you guys not cooking anything? Huh. All right, well, smooches, have a good day. And make sure you remember to subscribe. All right, bye.